Philippines in the white, Russia in the red. Pool play game number 80. 80. We've been rolling right through. My voice is intact. I think I still got my scruples in place. Now, I have gotten a little lonely though. You know, calling the game, and I got a treat for y'all because I have a special guest that's going to be joining me here momentarily. He's having a few bites to eat before he joins me, so y'all just hang tight. Trust me, it has been well earned. So y'all just stand by for that. Meantime, our final game of the day, Puso, Team Philippines, showing the heart, showing the passion. But Russia starts things off with the first score of the game. And joining me now is none other than Michael Linklater himself of Team Canada, or should I say unbeaten, unscathed Team Canada, who had to fight through this Filipino team to remain unbeaten. So nobody knows this squad better than the man sitting next to me. First of all, congratulations on a 4-0 campaign in pool play. I don't think anybody's faced tougher teams than you guys on the way to this 4-0 record, beating Mongolia, beating Russia, obviously getting a big win against the Philippines and then wrapping things up against Brazil. How in the heck have you guys put it together as well as you have?
It was just important for us to always stay together. We knew we were going to have some ups and downs, and especially playing the Philippines here in their hometown, like it was very tough. They're a well-versed team, and it was a great experience.
Yeah, but we were talking about how oh my goodness, is Troy Rosario.
And they're talented. Like each and every one of these players can put the ball in the hoop.
Yeah, Pringle, that was a nice matchup between you and him. The great defensive possession, you know which one I'm talking about. He brought out every move he had against you. How'd you manage to stay in front of him?
Yeah. Well, no, I saw that watching him and how talented he was with the ball, and just I look forward to those challenges playing against solid ball handlers. And I take pride in my defense. I think that's the key to winning championships, is making sure you can get stops.
Well, you have an opportunity to compete for gold tomorrow when the quarterfinals begin. I'll let you put your analyst hat on as you look at this matchup here. Russia is a bigger physical team, and obviously you got the quickness and maybe a little bit more well-rounded. As Pringle, once you pop, the fun don't stop. Strokes another two-piece. What do you make of this game? Who do you think comes out? Who do you think has the advantage matchup-wise?
Well, I think it's a double-edged sword. You do have the height, like you mentioned, with Russia, but you do have a lot of speed and great shooting from the Philippines. Plus, you have this enormous crowd behind them, supporting them, which acts as like an extra player or two on the floor.
Yeah, an extra player or 1,000 on the floor. Exactly. The passion from the basketball fans here is something that you always have to acknowledge. And for me, I haven't experienced basketball like this. Oh, what a dive!
That's a great cut. And then I think as they play more, you know, they're starting to understand the game, because them coming from 5-on-5, it's a very difficult transition to go from 5-on-5 to 3-on-3, because they're completely different games. And I think they might have taken that from a few different teams that have done that to them. So they're learning very quickly. And I think the more they play, like the Philippines is going to be a very tough team to contend with.
Yeah, Pringle was talking about how he loves the pace and the space of the game compared to 5-on-5, as the Philippines lead this thing 5-3.
Yeah, well, with his talent, it's just the floor is so open for him to break guys down, and any guard would love that. And he has the strength, too, to guard bigger guys, as we see in the last possession where he stripped the guy.
Kick out, open sesame, Rosario, though. Can't connect. So you did a lot of work in the gym this summer. You know, I've seen the abs. All right? I'm seeing the shoulders. I haven't seen you in this good a shape, and you've been in good shape. Leapers as well. Oh, the cross and the sauce.
That's tough. That's tough to guard.
Rosario kicking out the Pringle, but I was talking about you know, the work that you put in this summer, you and Leapers. Speaking of putting in work. We got to see what happens.
Oh, my goodness.
Foul call on the floor. But how about the work that you and Leapers did in the gym and how it translates to his game? I've seen him look more athletic. You saw that crazy dunk last game. He's looking good too.
Yeah, I mean, we were training with Ignite for quite a few years in Saskatoon, and then we made a last-minute switch over to Craven Sports, and they've done a great job in creating a program specifically for 3-on-3. Bruce Craven has worked with a number of Olympians, and he's watched the games in Saskatoon live, and he sees the way the game is. So he created a program specifically tailored to this game. So it really helped us quite a bit, as you can see. You know, and we've taken it seriously. We've been training since Christmas, really tough for this specific event. So
well, it has paid off. And good defense down low. Dubowski, Pringle, two-piece.
He is feeling it right now.
Oh my goodness. He has got it going, shooting the lights out. It's about to be pitch black here in Philippine Arena.
I think as Shaq would say, he just sees barbecue chicken out here.
I think Shaq leaves the R out. He says barbecue chicken. He don't even say it right. Dubowski getting the feed. He drives down. Oh.
And that's so deflating, especially when you miss a dunk like that and then you have this crowd like kind of rubbing it in your face.
Yeah, they will put it on you. And again, they make it very, oh, we look again. Hey, an A for effort, an F for execution. I don't mean to be too tough on you, Dubowski, but hey man, you gotta finish that. So a 5-point advantage here for the Philippines in the last game of the day. We can barely hear ourselves think. It's so insane in this place. I think you guys start the quarterfinals tomorrow with the Netherlands, which is the #2 team out of Pool A. How do you anticipate the matchup to be, and what do you think your advantages will be heading into that quarterfinal?
I think with each game, we've been getting better and better, and I think coming out of this pool, like you mentioned earlier, that we had every game was tough for us. So I think that might be working to our advantage. As each game we've gotten better and better, and that's what we're looking to improve on tomorrow. The beautiful thing about the game of 3-on-3 is anybody can win any given game, any given day. So it's going to be a tough game, and I mean, we're looking forward to it.
Now, without a doubt, not to mention the Pro Tour coming up, starting in Saskatoon, Canada, which will feature, obviously, Mike Linklater and the Saskatoon team. Pogoy, wild shot. Stan Hardinger, not happening. Oh, D underneath Dubowski. How about the evolution of this game? And I think we're seeing it here on the highest level at the World Cup. 2 years ago, it was good basketball, not quite this good.
Yeah, and that's what we've been talking about on the tour with a lot of the players and teams. A lot of the teams, the players, as it grows, it's getting better and better and a lot more stronger.
Oh, nice dive, Pogoy. Stan Hardinger couldn't finish it off and misses it again. So again, the Philippines with several close games. It came down to the wire against Canada. They ended up losing that one 20-19. And it's a mud shot. Rosario bottoms. Yeah. You gotta pick your poison with this team. When they start riding this wave of the crowd in the corner, he dropped him off like the bus stop.
And it's going to be tough to come back from this with this crowd behind them.
Yeah, a 7-point lead for Team Philippines, who came into this one as a 19 seed. Pringle kicks it. Pogoy, no go. Mismatch, mouse in the house to see if Korshikov can get the score. That's normally a shot that Korshikov would make, but again, maybe this crowd and that pressure, you know, plays a mental effect, kind of throws you off your game.
It does, but you got to give credit to Pringle. He's a very strong guard. He is a little bit undersized, but that doesn't stop him from mixing it up with the bigs. And as you see, he held him off.
Catch shoot Offensive foul. Offensive foul. So for the Philippines in Pool C, they started things off with a win over Brazil, a low score, lost to Mongolia in a heck of a game to close the second day of pool play. It was a game that they probably should have won. They gave up a lead late. Mongolia just fought their way back to get the win there, and then are involved in another back and forth fight with Team Canada. So they've been right on the cusp of potentially earning a spot in the medal rounds. Just not quite there yet. Again, these are 5-on-5 pros trying to make the transition as Pringle misses a rare miss. Rosario. He's gonna get another look. Oh, wet ball, don't go chasing waterfalls. Corsico, the board. Can't get it to go. It's 12-3, and it's looking like it's about to get worse. Oh my goodness. League later, this has got to be fun for you to watch.
I mean, this is the atmosphere. Like any basketball player, like whether they're cheering for you or against you, it's just great to be in this environment.
Yeah, and probably easier for you to enjoy this game because you beat this team to get to get into the quarterfinals.
Well, it was tough. I mean, the game could have went either way, and fortunate for us, it just bounced our way.
But it has been, look, they are putting it on Team Russia right now, and this is not a pushover Russia team. They come in 1-2, obviously. Their only win coming against Brazil, but they came in as a 3 seed, and it looks like the Philippines should be the 3 seed, and Russia should be the 19 seed. Oh, Cookies. Oh, yeah, Dubovsky takes the safe route this time. He just lays it in, no dunk attempt, so.
Well, I mean, it's tough. I mean, you've been playing and battling all the last few days. And for you to go up and try and make that dunk, I mean, sometimes it's difficult and you don't realize how tired you are or how tough this game is.
Yeah, it has been a grind. 20 games per day, pool play. Wrapping up with this right here, 10-point game. This is the 5th edition of the World Cup, and without question, I think the best. And I'm ready to get tomorrow started right now.
I need a little bit of a break myself, so.
Yeah, you probably need, you've earned it. Another 2-ball. They got more deuces than Wimbledon. And the Philippines leading by 12.
You know, I've been around players that have been in a zone, including myself. I've been in a zone, but I think this whole team's in a zone right now.
Everything they've been putting up has been banga, banga, banga. That's money, in case you didn't know, Nick. That's money in Tagalog.
I just want to take this time to give a shout out to all the Canadians back home who are watching us and supporting us, and my kids, my family, and my teammates' kids and family as well.
Oh, absolutely. That's a class move from a classy guy. Oh,
that's a nice pass.
Beautiful dime from Alexandrov. Oh, one-handed. Yep.
This crowd is carrying them, like giving them that extra push. Like that was a great hustle play by Pringle.
I have seen passion like this nowhere else. You know, every block is a basketball goal. I'm seeing kids playing basketball in the rain, early in the morning, sometimes with no shoes on. You have to love the game on a totally different level to play it the way they do here. And what a great host city here in Manila, as the fans have really put on a show. They've gotten great performances from their teams on the men's and women's side, and have made this an enjoyable experience that is not over with yet. Pringle. Oh,
that's a great take.
Great take. Cross court. 4 points away from victory. Koshikov now trying to set up shop on the block. Oh, Pavlenko.
Toe was on the line.
Okay, so that's a good catch there, because you know I was about to say 2-piece, no biscuit, but it's a 1-piece. 17-6. How about the addition of Jermaine Buckner to the national team? You know, this is a guy who's competed at the highest levels, represented Canada before, and I love the grit that he brings to the team, and his athleticism, I think, really makes a big difference for you guys.
Yeah, he's been overseas playing in the top divisions for the past 12 years. It's really unfortunate that Nolan went down with an injury and couldn't be here, but Jermaine stepped up for us big, and I mean, you've seen what he does for us, so we're grateful to have him. It's unfortunate again for Nolan, so shout out to Nolan back home.
Yeah, Nolan Brudell, who will rejoin you guys on the Pro Tour, am I right?
Yep.
As he gets healthy. So yeah, Nolan Brudell, don't sleep on him. He's one of the best 3x3 players on the globe as well. But again, injured, so he wasn't able to participate. Ooh, Pavlenko.
That's a strong take. You could tell he was determined to make that basket.
He looks like a rugby player. Like I don't know about basketball. He can play ball too. You know who else can play ball? That man Pringle.
Yeah.
The fun hasn't stopped. I guess the saying is true. Once you pop, the fun don't stop. He has been Astig, 19-9. Alexandrov. Oh, too strong.
You know, for me, when I step on the basketball court, I feel like I grow a foot taller. And when I see some of these guys in the elevator, I don't realize how big they are.
Yeah, these are some big dudes. What's your height officially?
With my shoes on, I believe I'm 5'10".
I believe you're probably more closer to 5'8", and you're just pumping it up on the air. But we'll take your word for it.
I promise. You got to play in your shoes, right?
Oh, so. And I owe you an apology. I'm not even going to try to pronounce your heritage and your history and your tribe that you could. Give it to me.
Cree. So Cree, the Cree. How do you say Cree in the language? Cree is Nehiao.
Nehiao.
Yes.
Nehiao.
So I'm Cree, and that's the language we speak. So I'm part of the Cree people. That's our language.
Nehiao. I think I was saying something totally different than that. Thank you for correcting me.
No, that's fine.
I always want to be respectful. This game is disrespectful, score-wise. 19-10, Philippines in control, and this crowd is electric.
Yeah, and it's really tough for the Russians when you're playing against the home crowd. The last game of the day, I mean, this is tough.
So, yeah, nothing for Team Russia to hang their heads about. They came and they played, they represented well. The women's team will continue to represent in the quarterfinals, but the final buzzer is going to sound on the mid-season, and Team Philippines, they are going to hear it from this crowd here in Manila, showing plenty of puso and a lot of pride in their host tournament here in Manila. What a tournament so far, only getting better with medals on the line tomorrow. Oh my. So congrats to the Filipinos who get it done here in the final game of pool play. We got 4 days gone, 4 of our 5 done in the books. Now it's time to get down to the nitty-gritty as we look back through the highlights. Everybody who's been joining me on the broadcast so far, I've been giving them an opportunity to call the highlights because you don't get to do that very often. Go ahead, you can take it over.
I don't know.
Oh, you don't know
that experience.
So, okay, fine, I'll take it over.
That was a great take by Pringle.
Yeah.
Just feeling it, taking the long three, trying to draw the foul.
Yeah.
It's a great take.
Give us some
just a little bit of passion here, working for that extra rebound and getting that open shot. Pringle just feeling it.
Give us some flavor, Linklater. What you got?
There's your two-piece no biscuit.
Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, yeah. You know I get flack for that. People are like, what is two-piece no biscuit? If you go and you buy a chicken meal anywhere, you can choose between a two-piece, a three-piece. 2 points is a two-piece.